All right, guys, came across a video about the Jewish community taking over small cities. So let's see what the Jewish people are up to.
Welcome here, and you're not welcome in a lot of other places based on your videos.
You don't own this place. You don't own America.
No, you should move on. Nobody wants you here. Please move out.
Tyler, it seems like you discovered that anti-Semitism is lucrative, no?
So Pat obviously thought that we should pay for their money, so why don't you move to a different country? So
Why don't you go back to Israel? That would be my question.
I got
Keep
like,
the public safety.
I
Yeah.
would say 150 calls about you already.
What are they calling about?
People try to live a quiet life.
You two gentlemen, I saw a video of you walking into 136 Hillside. They asked not
Fair
to
enough.
come back.
Amazing.
If you come back, it'll be a trespassing charge.
So you say anti-Semitism, I say anti-Goyism.
The Jewish community is extremely racist.
You have a group of
Hearing the white people say a certain group of people are racist, that's amazing. Because we all know in America, you know how they go. So, of course, it doesn't affect them. They don't care until it affects them, no matter what it is. So it can literally be anything. But if it doesn't affect them, they don't care. So the fact that she brought that up lets me know that it's their community is affecting her community. So
people that call themselves God's people. You are a Semite supremacist.
Elon Musk has 12 kids. Why can't I have 12 kids?
He pays for them. You're arguing that I should pay for your kids.
I'm arguing that the government said.
That's our money. I pay taxes.
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Should I call the cops on you? Okay, that's it.
we may be in a corrupt hellhole. So what am I being pulled over for?
we got a call. Keep your hands on the steering wheel when you do so.
This is Lakewood, New Jersey, home to one of the largest and fastest growing Orthodox Jewish communities in America, having anywhere from 6 to 10 kids per family, causing the...
all right, I did a video about white extinction, but shit. Man, I said the Mexicans in America are leading the birth rate, but these Jewish people are definitely leading the birth rate. So some people say, "Oh yeah, they're white too." Nah, that's not how they roll. So if you're not Jewish, of course you be white, but we all know the Jews are of a melanated people. So these are the fake Jews. That's why they call them Jewish. And it's in the name, Jewish. So it's not Jews. But you think you're gonna get? You just seen the earlier in the video that the white woman said, "Oh, they're racist." So they're not looking at white Americans as one of them. Nah, that's because they got the same pigmentation. No, they don't. Hell nah. So that's what I told you guys before. The class system. So in America, they're at the top, but everybody else, every non Caucasian person is under them. So they do that on purpose. They got the Asians, the Jamaicans, the Africans, the Black Indians, everybody fighting against each other to distract us from them. That's the true problem. It's them. So with the Jewish people, they're taking over everything. So to the point where the white people, okay, we sit on this side of town, so they can come in as long as we keep them over there. That's fine, but they're taking over all the poor areas, and then they're also taking over the middle class, and they're trying to take over the whole damn city. So the white people, like I said, guys, before, the white people don't like to be around non-white people. Unless you like in an event or something, they can't, whatever. But other than that, that's why they move way outside the city limits, or they stay in these certain communities where the houses cost way more, even though majority of them can't afford it. But they're okay with doing that just as long as they stay away from non-white people. So if the average person, average non-white person in that city can afford a $300,000 house, guess what? The white person, okay, well, they all can afford a $300,000 house. Well, let's go look for a $700,000 house. That's how they do it, even though they can't afford it. But that's how they do it. So the Jewish people, they taking over everything. So white people can't just move to a certain side of town or anything like that. No. They taking over everything. So now the white people want to speak up about it. But guarantee you, if they weren't affected, if they wasn't taking over their neighborhoods, oh yes, they wouldn't give a fuck about it. They wouldn't give a fuck. But now she said that, so that lets me know that they're taking over their neighborhoods as well. So there you go.
community's rapid growth to spill into the neighboring towns of Jackson, Toms River, Brick, and Howell, causing non-Jewish residents to fear that their town will soon be turned into Little Jerusalem, just like Lakewood.
The tactics within this community, I would liken it to organized crime.
You were the vice chairman of the Israel Advisory Committee for Donald Trump in 2016. How did you get a relationship with the White House? Who in the White House?
I don't want to say.
Who are we messing with here right now, Chris? Is this video a mistake, man?
I'm going to be honest. The powers out here are pretty immense.
It's not about Jackson. Jackson is a test case. If it isn't squashed soon, is going to take over the entire country.
It's already a problem in all the surrounding towns. You have billionaires from Lakewood being involved, people connected to the President of the United States.
In New Jersey, is there room for a two-state solution?
No, there's clearly not. I think it's going to be a fight.
I ride around Lakewood. There are near Lakewood, outside of Lakewood, and all these towns around Lakewood. There are housing developments where Goyim live. There are no Yidden there yet, but all these housing developments. Someone who they could turn it around. We saw what happened in Lakewood itself. There are a lot of other opportunities if people want to take that jump and become a shtickle pioneer.
As the Orthodox Jewish community consolidated political power in Lakewood, taking majority control of the Township Committee, Planning Board, Zoning Board, and School Board, financially depleting the public school system for non-Jewish kids, overwhelming local infrastructure, and turning a once quiet town into a densely populated, over-trafficked Jewish enclave prioritizing Jews over non-Jews. Before I investigate the Jewish takeover of Lakewood and of the nearby town of Jackson, I first want to visit the town where the blueprint was born, Monsey, New York.
Someone like David Badner saw the opportunity a few years ago. He bought several 50 to 100 houses in Monsey. I believe that he single-handedly, in a certain way, turned around Monsey. These are opportunities that come up every once in a while, and someone has to step up to the plate.
Miller News, thanks for meeting up on such short notice, man.
My Muntslandians, no, we here. We outside.
When did you notice Monsey begin to form as a Hasidic Jewish enclave?
I would say 20 years ago, I saw the first start of it, and then every year, it just started to grow exponentially.
Hey! It's me. How are you? Stop what?
They on Tyler. Yo, they on Tyler.
Stop. But the Jews here were not happy to see me after I asked how they afford 7 to 10 kids on a single income and if they were on welfare in Kiryas Joel. How many kids do most people have out here?
17, 18.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids?
They are proud to do what the Torah says, that you need to be multiple and fruitful.
How do you afford to study the Torah, though?
God help me.
Does the American taxpayer help you, too?
Also, yes.
How do people afford to have such big families out here?
It's... I'm not saying anything.
Are you Tyler?
I'm Tyler.
Are you trying to do another anti-Semitism video?
How did I spread anti-Semitism? That's crazy you said that. Life circumstance, different culture. So this is their way of, like, listen, I know you're frustrated about some of the things we focused on. Is that kind of what I'm getting at? Sure. So give me some examples of how things were misconstrued. Yeah, what did I get that was wrong?
So it's not necessarily misconstrued.
Yeah.
Well, it is misconstrued. There's a lot of it that's you'll cut.
Whoa. What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just
cut a lot of it.
I mean, it's not misconstrued. He's just simply asking questions. And in those questions, they're exposing themselves. He's not doing anything unethical. He's just asking simple questions, and they're mad because by them answering his questions, they're exposing themselves. I mean, they're living for free. We're paying for them to live for free. They're buying properties and cars and the food. Everything is from the taxpayers' pockets. So they don't pay any tax. They're literally living for free while taking over towns as we speak. So, and then they have the federal government backing them. So they pretty much can do whatever they want. I mean, you just saw earlier in the video, they took over schools, they funded the schools, they took it over, and all for free. They're not paying for none of that. So
cut out different words, make it sound a lot worse than it is. There's a lot of people here that are.
I mean, if you're not doing anything wrong, then you wouldn't be upset. But you see, he has his whole town. Everybody knows him. I mean, I was there. They're all communicating to each other about him to watch out for him. But yeah, I mean, none of them have jobs. They're having all these kids that we're taking care of. The taxpayers are taking care of. So yeah, if you're not doing anything wrong, then why are you? What's the problem? But they clearly know that they're doing something wrong. So
Welfare. A lot of people are in Section 8. A lot of people that are on a bunch of different WIC, food stamps, stuff like that.
Sure.
If you go to any low-income communities, you're gonna.
All of them are on there. That's the thing. When you ask some of these people on the street, they make it seem like it's all of them is on public assistance. All of them is all of it, food stamps, everything. They're all on that. So they try to make it seem like, oh yeah, some of us. No, it's all of you, because none of you have jobs.
See that they're all going to be on the different welfares.
Okay, so they were on welfare.
Yeah,
okay.
No bit of denying that.
Okay.
But again, it's the way you say it, it's the way you twist it, the way you.
How did I twist it?
Not twist it. Again,
How did
twist
I-
is the wrong
I'm
word.
just trying to understand where you're coming from.
Growing up in an extremely. Dude, go.
Ah, the insufferable hug. I see. You say I misrepresent, and then they do that. Like, come on.
I'm not saying they're all good people. It's like I said, wherever you go, it's going to be the idiots. There's always going to be the assholes wherever you go.
I totally get it.
You talk about the community. It feels like you're trying to create a narrative that you did not find. You found people that are on welfare that have a lot of kids, but your headline did wrote welfare addicted Jews.
What is your frustration? I'm curious. Welfare dependent, welfare reliant, welfare addicted. What's the difference? Tell me. They need it to survive, and without it, they die. What is the difference?
It's addictive to bait click. That's an addiction.
That's an addiction?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you addicted to being a victim or what?
No.
The Goyim were grateful someone was finally bringing up their town's issues.
Monserrat, I show you. They take all my money, these people.
You think they take the money?
Of course, man.
Bienvenidos a Monsiland con mi amigo. All right, see you, bro. How do you like living here as a...
Ain't nothing like talking to a cool Mexican. Yeah, they a vibe no matter where they go, man. So lovely people.
A non-Jew?
So-so. Well, I don't
What do
like
you mean by
the
so-so?
Huh? Because they're acidics.
Do they treat you as one of them? Like,
No,
are you guys
no.
on the same page?
No. They don't bother
Let me.
me because I don't deal with them.
Okay.
There you go. So for the people that, oh yeah, no, they'll get along with white people. They white too. Nah. Yeah. The white man right now just said, hell no. He said, they don't mess with me. I don't mess with them. And I know that Hasidic Jews are the extremists out of all the Jews. So, but yeah, like he said right now, nah, they don't mess with them. Yeah, they're white. So nah. That's like the white skinned Mexicans. Oh yeah, no, I'm Mexican, but I get along with the white people. Fuck no, you don't. Y'all be thinking this is y'all both don't have melanin, that y'all are the same. Fuck no. No, bro. No. So there you go.
There's large-scale welfare fraud out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a lot. They get away with everything. They get the Section 8, they get everything, the free housing and,
Do you think most people work out here in the Hasidic community?
No.
No? How do they afford their bills?
I wish I knew. I would do the same thing, too.
And what are your thoughts on the driving out here? I got to ask you that. It's the most important question.
I don't want to talk about it.
The driving is crazy.
Okay.
You got a stop sign over there, they don't even stop. They just pass. That's why so much traffic and accidents, and it's crazy.
You saw
almost caught a body.
The Curious Joel video. Why was that video good?
That video was good because I've been in East Ramapo for as long as I remember. I also went to Spring Valley High School. I've been in the school system, and we've definitely seen a lot of things, especially since our school board was majority private school owners, mainly Jewish white men, and most of our school was not Jewish. And they had control over our public school system over like the past 10 years, purposely voting no on our school budget vote so that way we would fail. We lost about 3-2 schools.
Basically, through block voting, Orthodox Jews won enough seats to control the East Ramapo School Board and went on to eliminate hundreds of public school positions like teachers and social workers, while approving millions of taxpayer dollars to be spent on their children's religious private schools, ultimately gutting the public school system for the estimated 9,000 black and brown public school students, while diverting that money to their private religious schools.
They give us food that's rotten and it's cold and it hurts our stomach.
I ask you, do not take our music program away. I love playing an instrument.
my brother would be crushed.
And the budget cuts were so devastating that in one instance, an elementary school shut down, and the majority Jewish school board then voted to sell it to a Jewish yeshiva for pennies on the dollar.
See, this is the thing. This is all in the low income area. So, I mean, it's white people in low income area as well. But you're gonna see. Well, I'm not gonna show it because the video's too long. I'm just giving you a little piece of it. But if you watch the actual whole video, you'll see that white people are getting concerned because, like, okay, they was in the poor communities. Now they come to our community. So, if you got to watch the whole video, but I'm going to show you just a little bit of it. So, it's a great watch. Though.
Basically, the poorest, most vulnerable kids in these communities had their schools gutted and looted, all by a majority Jewish school board whose kids didn't even attend public school.
We believe that some of the decisions that have been made by the board have not been in the best interest of the public school community.
You don't like it, find yourself another place to live.
How was your education?
My education, it was decent, but it definitely could have been better if we had the resources that we were allowed to have. But again, for the past 10, 15 years or so, people have been purposely voting no on our school budget vote, so that way we had no funding and money for our school. And, you know, that was done purposely.
And who was voting no?
Majority, the Jewish community. You, like, drive around here, you'll literally see signs saying vote no for our school budget, which I think is crazy. Luckily, we were able to get a ward system to be able to get 3 seats for you know, the wars, but if it wasn't for that, we still would be majority white Jewish men voting for public school students that they don't care about. Yeah, and they purposely go out their way to isolate us. We're basically isolated to the point where we feel like this isn't our home.
A lot of people like to say they're ducking taxes and all that. There's truth and lies to that. But
they're not ducking taxes. They don't know how to pay them. I mean, honestly, not everybody this is educated, right? But I mean, just saying, there's no taxes. They don't pay any taxes. So you're talking about ducking, they don't pay any taxes. So it ain't nothing to duck.
I could only tell you that I've only seen the bad part. The bad part is I've seen houses get broken down. I've seen certain spaces, buildings get destroyed for, let's just say, for more kosher customs. You feel me? So
okay. I want to thank you for showing our community. I don't believe in hiding. I believe we have a tremendous amount to be proud of. And like every community, we're different. We have our goods. Other communities have their positives.
Tell me about what are some of the best things about this community then?
Tonight at sundown, we shut our phones, we shut our cars, we go to shul. The most beautiful part of our religion, do you understand that Orthodox Jews can be anywhere? The sun is coming down and it's the last opportunity to pray what's called mincha, which is afternoon services. They could be in the most important meetings and they'll go pray. And they could care less about anything happening. The same things with Shabbos. We come home, our families are waiting. We sing Shalom Aleichem. We welcome in the Shabbos, and you'll say back Aleichem Shalom, right?
Could they feed 10 kids
Yes.
without those programs?
I am one of 10 children.
You're
My
driving
father-
a G-Wagon, bro.
My father was never on any welfare. I used to reuse sandwich bags.
Okay, so we don't know him. I'm gonna say this: he's lying. He interviewed all these Jewish people on the streets. So I mean, don't get me wrong. You got some that one of them is I think like a billionaire or something. One of the guys, you know, one of the guys he interviewed, he's like a billionaire or something. But you do have some who have businesses and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not believing that dude anyway. I don't care what he say.
To save my father a penny.
That's great for you.
You're not welcome here, and you're not welcome in a lot of other places based on your video.
What about me, though?
I love you, man. You are funny.
You don't own this place. You don't own America. I can do whatever I want.
Whatever you
So
want.
Get in your G-Wagon. Get to work.
You're not trying to bring people together. You never did. You never will.
It's funny you say that while you're clearly destroying cities and towns and breaking up communities. All right, the entitlement.
It's who you are. Somebody hurt you deeply, and I'm sorry.
He was right. Someone did hurt me. Whoever told my sponsors to pull out after making one video exploring a community.
Come here, and you're not welcome in a lot.
All right, like I said, it's a long video, but I'm leave it link to the original video down below. Again, you don't need to watch it; just listen to it. But it's a great video. I mean, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and this is definitely top 10. So, this is the stuff that we don't hear about as Americans. We just, already dealing with what we have going on in our own lives, and let alone we have. Let's be honest, they're the enemy. So coming into our country and they're destroying it. You know, if it was so great, why couldn't you just stay in your own country and do this? But of course, like America, they're so focused on destruction. You know, of course, racism is the number one thing in America. They're so focused on keeping everybody separated that they literally have the back door open for people like this. And, you know, the way America is heading, I don't know. It's not good. I'll say that. And then on top of that, we're in this useless war for no reason. Gas prices is through the roof, and you know, housing and these jobs are firing everybody. AI this, AI that. Everything's going up, but the pay. So yeah, it's not looking good for us in the future. So, but yeah, this. I'm not surprised, but it's messed up at the same time. So, it's easy to just to not pay attention to this because it's not affecting you, but it will affect you at some point. If they allow this to continue, it will affect you at some point. But right now, they're going to all the poor, well, I don't want to say poor, but the low income cities, and they're taking over it. So remember, the dude that said the average family has 6 to 10 kids, and some have even more than that. Who's competing with that? No one. Like I say, the Mexicans in America was the number one group of people, you know, as far as childbearing, as far as childbearing, no other group is touching that. So if Mexicans are no longer the number one group as far as producing kids, then who? There's no one else. Get the Black Indians, you have the Hispanics, you have the Asians, you have the white people. You can include the Africans, but ain't that many of them, you know what I mean? But still, like, so no one's competing against that. That man said 6 to 10, and some have even more than that. And that's every household. Mexicans, Hispanics don't have, every household doesn't have kids. They have a lot of them, but every household doesn't have kids. But for them, every household has kids, 6 to 10, the minimum. So it has to be stopped. If it's not stopped, we're going to have a war inside of our own country. I guarantee you that. But anyway, watch the video. What you think about this? Leave your suggestions, your comments down below. I'm frustrated. So I don't know about you, but I'm definitely frustrated. And the government just letting this happen. But yeah, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Again, if you have $1 for my Cash App, I appreciate you. Any little thing helps. I'm be thinking about this all day. But yeah, no matter what else, protect your peace, your pockets, and your purpose.